Hello. Probably working. Let's admin some stuff. By admin some stuff, I mean load the Twitch stream on my own phone. And let's find it. There we go. It was a bit nightmare doing Twitch stuff on phone. There we go. And what else are we doing? We'll just keep things bubbling for a while. And there we go. Oh, I'm gonna get deafened in a second, aren't I? Most likely. Most likely gonna get immediately deafened. Hello, Jewel. How are you? Doing something new today. Branching out the streaming world. No, you can't ban Macy. Only Nightbot can. Once he gets here. Only Nightbot can, because I imagine Nightbot might. Not for any reason, just it could do. Have you done much thingamabobs, Jewel? Have you done any sets or whatever? Macy's probably not in the chat yet. I just added him. He might. I don't think he's joined quite yet, so you can't quite tell him to do capitals. Do we have a date for our set, Akal set yet? Jesus Christ, getting deafened. Evan's getting deafened. Let's do that for now. So you can't hear that. Potentially. Okay. Definitely not quieter now. So quiet I can't hear it. There we go. Yeah, I turned it down too far. I couldn't hear it at all then. I could do that. There we go. It's not... Should be the Sims right voice now. I predicted that to be like a massive problem. We'll turn it down a bit further. Turn it down on my audio mixer instead. Because I say home to go in settings. Yeah, but do we have an Akal thing sorted out yet? For this week anyway. I know you say next week you're not going to be around, but is there one happening this week? Does that work? It does work. Very strangely. It's not AOM, that's not AOE's moves. We're doing something different. I'll try we're doing something different. There we go. Does that work? Does it work with the chat on top test? Yep, it does. You can make a scab command. No, people have been chatting about this, doing this Kerbal Space program. And Macy specifically requested this. I'm sure people like Doos. Hello, Macy. Particularly people like Doov, and I'm sure our base I think is interested in this. So we're gonna give this a go and see how it goes. Hi, Archfrost. See, everyone's arriving. I made Dual Mod because he knows how to do things. Yeah, it's easy having a mod who knows how to do all this stuff, so I don't have to learn how to do it. I don't think Twitch has a Stack Overflow page. going to give this a go. We're going to give this a go. Hi, MT. No, you don't have a command. I don't think anyone has a command. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. Jordan Arbase made lots of commands. So yeah, I don't think anyone has a command yet. So feel free to start making commands for people, Jewel. I give you that right. Yep. We're going to go... Doing some Kerbal Space Program, MT, if you're interested. What the... What did you do? That's way too many things to pick. I'm going to go straight into a career mode. Hello, Emu. We're doing stream help is the name of our save because I might need help. If any. Yes, I will custom cast at some point, Mason. I'm custom casting this Kerbal Space Program game for now. If it's quick, feel free to send it and I'll do it at some point. I probably can. If it's not quick, maybe I should do it 300 coins per hour of cast. There we go. Yeah, just keep doing that, Macy, and that will be the same one you'll do. Gene Common does look funky indeed. He looks a bit dead. You can try and keep redeeming the custom cast, but I'm not going to keep accepting them every time you do it. I might do it for 300 coins per hour of cast. See how long it lasts for. So how do we play this game again? It's been a long while. What do we do? What do we do? Okay, we've got some people, we've got some Kerbals, we've got some space people. We've got... Yeah, I don't care about that. Mission control. Oh, yes. Let's do some things. Yeah, well, it'll be 300 coins per hour. So if you keep doing it, I might eventually do it. So what do we do? Let's do these first, easy two. So we have 2 contracts now. And that's the manual. 2 contracts now. We have to do some sciencey stuff and launch our first vessel. So let's go and build a vessel. It's got glasses. This science has got glasses. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't think you can do it, Maesty. Yeah, it has to be a mod who can do it. So where do we have to... I can't what you just said. Okay, let's get a control pad. There we go. Scrolling. And I can use the right hand mouse to change. How do I zoom out? I don't know how to zoom out. How do I zoom out? I don't know. Anyway, what do we need? We need some fuel tanks and we need some engines. What else do we have? We have some structural things. We have some couplings, some fins. What else do we have? Containment unit. Let's stick a containment unit on it. There we go. We got a little containment unit. Don't think we need a parachute yet. We have a parachute on the front, just in case. Let's add a little parachute on the little nose. And a little fuel tank. There we go. That makes some symmetry. Little rocket. Rocket 1. It's not going to go anywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing in chat? Rocket 1. Save. Make sure that they're at the same time, it's always good. Save, launch. We're just going to try and do the things. We're going to launch our first vessel. I think we can launch it without actually having to do anything with it. If we just do this. Let's look at controls. There we go. General controls. General flight. There we go. Staging. Spacebar selects the stage. And those things. There we go. I did it the wrong way. I did it the wrong way. I did it the wrong way. It's not the best. It hasn't worked well, guys. My staging was the wrong way, and I think I did my power thing, and then I did my parachute before I did my engine, but it's all worked. We've launched a little guy. Where's my little containment unit? Observe my mystery goo. Keep the experiment. So that's the aim. This is the aim of the game. We just do our little controls, and we just get like extra science. It wasn't the best flight in the world. I don't know how many G's he was pulling, but it must have been some G's. I try and make sure that Jebediah doesn't die immediately. Just make time warp. Just to make things go a little quicker. Just warp through time a bit. I'm sure these controls will immediately jump back to me. It's been a long while since I've played it, but I've played like 60 hours of this before, and I did quite well. So 150, yeah, we're almost home. I know that our base starts at like 70 meters above sea level. I do remember some things. There we go. We're all nice and launched. How do I end the flight? How do I end the flight? How do I do? How do I... So, how do I exit? No, I don't. How do I exit flight? How do I say this is perfectly well and good? I can now end. Is it here? Nope. Is it there? Nope. There? Nope. Docking? No, I don't care. Walking? No, definitely not there yet. Oh no, well. Oh no, I think I accidentally put my science thing on the hatch lead, so we can't actually get out. Can't get out of the bloody spaceship. How on earth do I end? Descend? Descend? If anyone has any ideas how to do all this stuff, feel free to help out, or even Google the answer yourselves. I think I guess just do this and just go to the Space Center. We'll see if that helps. Recover, there we go. We've recovered something. I swear you could do it in here though. I swear there's a way of recovering all your stuff. But look, we got lots of science. We got a science. We recovered the data. We did a mystery goo. We're flying at Kerbin. That's the name of our little planet. Sometimes we kept all of our funds, so we get some funds back. And our scientist has survived. That's all. More importantly, we did our goals. So where do we go for our mission? Yeah, we've done 2 things, and we got all this nice little sweet reward. Everything's done well. So this is area stuff, which is very annoying. Can always, that's quite difficult unless it's nearby. So what can we do? We'll do these 2, and we'll see how we go. Let's look at our research and development. Oh, we can do. Can we? Oh, we can afford some things. We can afford this. What else can we do? We could afford that. Excellent. Everything's happening. We got some more things to build with. Absolutely wonderful. So let's go back and build a new rocket. We have our rocket 1. No longer put it over our exit hatch. That's the hatch, I believe, that side. So what do we have? We're going to do a new. We're just going to do a new one completely. Start with our command pod. Have a big. What else did we unlock? We unlocked some things. Parachute. So yeah, that is now the correct order. Got a decoupler, so we can do some decouplement if we wish. What were the things? Test our swivel fuel engine. I'm not doing that, but we could test our decoupler splashdown. So that's going to be our test to do. We're going to test our decoupler while we splash down. So we get some basics. Then we do some triple symmetry. Go on, let's see that. And rocket 2. I'm very imaginative with my names here. It's not going to be great. So I think that's what I've got. I've got my solid fuel booster. I've got my little thing. I've got a decoupler. It's in all correct stages, I think. Oh no, we don't want to do that. We want to test our decoupler while we splash down. So we want to test it now. Oh, you're gonna miss our lovely launch, Macy. But of course. So let's do. I'm holding D tight, trying to make my thing go. The thing about solid fuel booster, it does not. I can't vary the power. I'm watching the launch. We've launched. We've launched quite high. I wasn't expecting to go this high. This has not worked out too well. One of my fins is burned off from the heat. I wasn't expecting to go this high, guys. What's happened? I should have made sure my thing had less fuel. I hope Jebediah doesn't die here. If he dies, it won't be fun. And the other thing means that it's not going to be worth you setting our parachute. It says I'm almost in orbit. 70,000 is orbit, I think. 70,000 meters up it means I've officially gone into the space. So orbit, I think it means the closest thing I could do is orbit. So there are loads of milestones. Oh, my little goo thing is. My little goo thing has burnt off. So yeah, we're way too high up. This is our current map thing. Why is Jewel trying to do team games? That's cheating, Jewel. I see you put in the chat you're doing team games. So how far did we get to? We got to like so much height. I think 120,000. Oh, is it Cape Man? Oh, sorry, Jewel. No, well, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I thought it was Jewel. No, it's Cape Man. I saw the image. I see the image of the do scored in my notifications. I just think it looks like Jewel's profile. That's why. Sorry. So we're hurtling down at a lot of speed, and I don't think Jebediah is going to survive this. Unfortunately, I don't think Jebediah is going to survive this. Because we're picking... Oh, this is our orbital speed. Yeah, our surface speed's not much better. So we're doing SAS. That basically just makes sure that we... I don't want to be pointing prograde. It's not looking good, guys. I can't use a parachute. It's red. It physically won't. It physically won't lock. We're undoing this one quickly. This is what this game is like. We're saving ourselves. I don't have that many pilots. I can't keep affording new pilots. That's the sad truth. So we're making it. We're going to make it a little less. Yeah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't have him die on his first real flight. This is we'll try this one again. Oh dear, it's not a good. Yeah, I went up too quick, and I burnt my parachute. Okay, we'll make sure we don't go up at that much of an angle. Yeah, I'm not the best at this game. I'm glad you're here, Macy, to help out. There we go. That's a better angle. Fortunately, all those milestones we had of going to high orbits, that did no longer work. There we go. That's more like it. Quite a low atmosphere. We've got our... Oh, I didn't actually put a module on this. Okay, I didn't actually, by the way. I just forgot to put it on. Have you not played this before? I'm still glad you're here, just to help out. So the parachute will only activate when it's green. That's the line of the parachute. I've deployed it so it's yellow, but it will only activate when it turns green. So where... Hasn't got. I sort of want to do it. No, now it does it. I was a bit worried there. Yeah, only does it when it's green, which is usually around a certain height from the water. But we did it. We did a successful flight. Now we just need to go down and do our separator. Maybe we'll have Jebediah go off and do some sciencing. And that'll be mission 3 done. There we go. Everyone's alive. Everyone's happy. We've done a little test. Look, we're swimming. We're swimming. A crew report and an EVA report. Oh no, we can't actually transmit data. Yeah, I was like, why wasn't it working? Now, how on earth do we exit? How do we recover? Built our things. There's definitely a button which you can do to do it all. I just can't remember where it is. I swear it was like... I think maybe I have to go back into the tracking station. There was a way you could do it, but just... There we go, got lots of science. Get some lots of money back. Done, Jebediah's getting better and better at this. Sort of what my scientists to get stronger as well. By stronger, I mean like level up. Now, Macy, what do you think we should do as our next mission? That's not our next mission. What do you think we should do? Okay, I've already got one. I wish I've already got one, haven't I? I've got one to test a thing. We could either escape the atmosphere. We could test this. Test the parachute in flight. Ooh, that's a... So these are the things we need to do. We need to test it between 2,000 and 6,000 meters, and at speed between 50 and 120 meters per second. So we can see how that works. We can see how we can do that. Let's go back to our rocket 2. We'll just adapt our rocket 2. We will add some mystery goo, add a thermometer, and there we go. We will put the decoupler behind the parachute. That'll make our landing easier. So what was the mission? What is the mission? Where's the mission? We'll test the... We'll test the action, and we'll test the other... Test the swivel fuel engine. Do a weak... Don't know how much liquid fuel oxidizer we need, but we'll go on the light with it. So as they're connected, that should all be fine, because we have two missions. We could do two things at once. So we'll overwrite our rocket 2. So what's the thing? Test the parachute. Is this the Mark 16? Let's just double check that. It's indeed the Mark 16. That makes it. So we want to test our. We're going to do two. We're going to do 2 runs. One we're just going to test it while landed at Kerbin, which I think just literally means don't do anything. We'll see if that does anything. Okay, yeah, go get food while I figure this out. Yep. So we're going to test our parachute between 5. What is it? Between 2000. There we go. We did it! We did it, guys! I don't know if I imagine Macy's not here, but we can say that we did it first try. Shame about ejecting, which means I had to. I didn't need to eject in the end. It's always good when you just to eject your stuff because you might. But if you land on land, it's always more dangerous landing on land. That's a sad thing. Yeah, our engine. We lost the money from the engine because it was unrecoverable. Yeah, I don't need to do that one. Crew report. Yep, there we go. So we've done the mystery go over at the Kerbin Shore. There's technically part of the shores, the sort of foreshore bit. So yeah, I'm seeing that Macy's done some castings. I will do that eventually. But yeah, you might have to bank a few more points before to do them, maybe. If they're very long games, then yeah, then I will judge you for them, Macy. If you are back, I will judge you for your castings if they're very long. If you're abusing my good nature. But yeah, thank you for giving me content to do. I know I think when you first popped in to say that the prices are way too cheap, but I sort of want content to do, things to do, things I don't have to go out and find myself. It's always good when people bring content to me, rather than the other way around. So we're below the land level, and we're just going to go down to sea level. I could warp time, but warping time is always a bit dangerous when you're parachuting. Well, when I first started playing this game all those many years ago, it was always a bit more dangerous to go. Well, we've actually done some first milestone. Let's have a look at those. So broken a speed record, launched our first vessel, broken lots of speed records, 250 meters per second. We've broken loads of things we've done. Launch our first vessel, achieve our goal, achieve our goal. Achieve our goal, achieve our goal, achieve our goal. I've done excellent loads of stuff. I still don't know the quick reset to end. Oh, there it is. I found it. Scroll up. I knew it was something. It's just scroll up to the top. We've done it. We've done it, gang. We found a way to actually recover our vessel, and this is what I remember doing. So we done lots of science. Temperature scan, a crew report. I didn't do a goo. I should have done a goo experiment in the water. That was something I forgot to do. There's loads of science opportunities, all the different terrains, all the different periods of space, so much stuff. But I didn't get any reputation for that. But we almost got 200,000 money, which is pretty neat. I mean, eventually we could start thinking about upgrading or. What's our reputation? I don't know what that. How do I find a reputation guy? Oh, there it is. I mean, I can't see the reputation. It just says. We've done loads of things now. I'll wait till Macy comes back. Let's see what can we do. There's definitely. Let's see what we can buy. We've got 36 science. So what do we buy? Do we buy the rocketry? Do we buy survivability, heat shields, barometers? I think we do this one, to be honest. This gets us low much science of stuff. Particularly like the service bay, which means we can store lots of our components inside. So that if we do go high up in the atmosphere, for our barometers, our thermometers and things, they won't actually get very they won't get burned off if we go too fast. So it's always good like to have that as a thing. I'm just trying to find. There's definitely more like buildings. I could just do it here. Here's the administrative building. Courage, stupidity. I'm not sure why stupidity is a metric here, but that's how I can see my. I can't see my. I can't remember how to check my reputation though. I feel like I should be here, but do fundraising campaign. We'll do that. There we go. We've got a strategy going. We've got things happening. Not sure. I can't bother to do that. Okay, well, let's look at some. I keep looking at the wrong one. Missions. Where's mission control? Here's mission control. That. I don't have any active, and I think I upgrade. I can't remember how to upgrade our things. That's what I was looking at. How do I upgrade buildings? There's definitely a button somewhere. I'm not sure where. It's not going to be there. It's not. Is it the tracking station? Okay, actually, we can see this. This is actually where we can see a lot of the area stuff. We have some things that have to do area monitoring. So this is where we can. This is what's thinking it. So it's just the local area. That's what we have. I don't know how to zoom in further though. But yeah, I'm just not sure where we do our. So we could do some of these. We'll do some of these observational surveys because we don't need Maesty for that. I'm just not sure where we do our. We've just been there. How do I upgrade? It must be like administration, but I just don't know where to do that. I definitely remember being able to upgrade buildings. That's just I'm just not sure how to now. I'm not sure what this cargo stuff is. This is sort of new. We're going to do a new rocket. Another this. What's our... We need a communicator, definitely. Let's do a cargo. What's... Payload, service bay. Inside our service bay. Oh, it's shift to zoom in now, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, I found it. Hold down shift. Barometer. Mystery goo. Thermometer. Oh, there's little cute little things. Do a nice little parachute at the top. Decoupler. What was I thinking about 10 seconds ago? Communitron, that's what it was. Wee, whoop, wee, whoop. Tee hee. I just don't know how I get to do that sort of. Like, how do I upgrade buildings? Because I want to be able to, like, I want to be able to, like, do more missions at once, because that's what you do. Maybe I just don't know how to upgrade my buildings, because if you upgrade your mission control, that means you can take more missions at once. I'm just not sure how I get to do that, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. I need to take a crew report above 1600 meters. On that area there. So we'll see what that means. What does that mean for us? These two areas want to go west and north, east. Currently, so let's look at the lay of the land. That's northeast. We want to go west. We'll see how this goes. No, it'll like jump up if we're actually. I don't think. I have a feeling that the fuel booster wasn't big enough in the end. We'll see. I think I need a bit more length to my thing, just so I have enough some movability. But it might be enough. Might be enough indeed. I don't know. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, we've now sunk. But I think we'll survive this, so we can just decouple. And we'll have another go. We don't have to reset. We don't have to revert our back to vehicle assembly. I think we just need a longer craft. We'll do a time warp. We'll open this up. We'll observe a mystery goo. No, we won't. That was the barometer. Where's the thermometer? Do a crew report. There was a rocket dying. We'll land nicely on this shore. And roll. Oh no, we're rolling. Oh, we're banging our right. Can we extend our head? It's just as a leg. Whoop. Oh, not enough charge. Oh, that's a shame. I can't even exit. Oh, that's a shame. No. Cover the vessel, and we'll do that again. But no deaths this time. We did it. We failed the mission, but we didn't. No one died. Well, we got 15.5 science, which is a lovely amount of science. So we'll try that again, guys. We'll do that again. And instead, we will And the big boy. Do I have any batteries? Don't think I bought batteries. Nope. That'd be an electric. Yeah. Shame. But we'll... Is that the one I know? That's not the one I had, is it? It is. I just connected to the wrong place. That would explain it, indeed. That would indeed explain why it looked a bit shorter than it should do. Okay, that should do it. We'll do this again. We'll launch this again. We'll make sure our staging is correct, because that would be it. Yeah, that's not quite right. There we go. That's better. We'll head due west. I'm assuming we need to get up. One of these 16,600, I think. And I think we'll do it. We're at 1600, 600, but I don't think we're at the... But we might be, so I keep an eye on it. We're doing a lot of... Okay, there we go. Did our contract. That's good. We did a contract. Can I open? It's one of the hardest things. Unfortunately, we're in space. That's the problem. I don't really want to be in space because we're gonna come down to Earth at quite a fast rate. I'll make sure we're pointing retrograde. So outside the direction of our spin, just so then we do fall. We're likely to at least lose some. We're gonna at least lose some speed. Will we land in water? Potentially. We might land in water, which will comfort our fauna. But we don't have a heat shield, we don't have any radiators. This might not be a successful flight, unfortunately. Not sure what that orange light means. Probably not good. But also, we're not at a terrible angle. The shallower the angle, the better it is for us. As we skim the atmosphere back again. So we're going back down. We started there. We've literally leapfrogged the continent a bit. But we might not land in... We might not land in water. Which means we'll have a bumpy journey. Okay, our little ball is still, our navigation ball is still moving towards 0. Isn't good. We want to make it as shallow as possible as we enter the atmosphere. This is not looking good. This looks like death. What's our speed? Oh, we want surface. We want service retrograde. That makes more sense. Don't orbit retrograde. So service speed is 700, 800. I don't think the parachutes only operable at certain. We're going to make it so that our parachute has the best chance of working. So we're still gaining speed. Still not good. Still not good. We want to make sure we're losing speed lose as much speed as possible. Making it even worse, making my altitude even more because we're going 1,000 meters per second here. This looks like a terrible. Looks like just like Jebediah's funerary journey. We haven't even entered the thick part of the atmosphere yet. I'm pretty much heading straight down. Now we're entering it. But our speed is now our subspeed has only now started decreasing. So 26,000, 25,000, 24, 23, 22. We're still going 1,000 meters per second. Now we've switched to now I can't change this. The friction's too much. It's made us go incredibly fast. It made us nosedive. Oh dear! 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 And we'll go back to the start. Yeah. Eventually, I'll start being more. We'll start being more brave with our testing of our rockets. But for now, I don't want anyone to die because I don't want to have to keep buying new staff. That's the problem. But the angle was correct angle. We do want to go due west. But make sure we try and go as much as 45-degree angle as possible. That's the best. Sort of as best vibes that is. So our engine stopped. We're still going at quite appreciable speed. One more appreciable distance. There we go. We can do that one. Okay, we're now entering the place. There we are. Crew report. Transmit it. Let me just open our pressure a little bit. Open our altitude here a little bit. Yep. Find that carbon, yeah. We haven't changed our terrain yet. But yeah, it's a nice comfortable journey, not going too fast, not going too far. Did a contract, everything's looking good in the world. We didn't leave the atmosphere, we didn't leave the sort of, which is all good. There we got lots of money. broken altitude record, broken land distance record, everything's all good. Things are happening, guys, things are happening. Yeah, okay. Everything is changing. Okay, I've already done that one. Where's the barometer? There we go. Nope. Nope. But we'll keep it because it's a little bit left. Problem is having the parachute stick going so high, it takes so long to come back down. I just wanted to make sure. If anyone else is in chat, feel free to say hi, do some chatting while we're going back down to Earth or to Kerbin. It's a slow journey, even at times 4 speed. It's a slow journey. The Jebediah is bored stiff. We're in the grasslands again. And when we get to about 150, we'll... Well, actually more like, yeah. I didn't know how high they are. It's actually quite an appreciable slope. And we've landed. Ta-da! We did a mission. And now we do the same, going northeast-ish. Eight science. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Extra data. That data didn't give any science, but oh well. But we got lots of funds back. We're making money. Money's always good for when we start making big ships. Yeah, when we start having to make big ships, it starts to get a bit more. Anything else I've forgotten to add? I think it's always good to add a heat shield just in case. Just in case we do accidentally go into the stratosphere, and I mean that actually literally. I mean, we're planning to go in the stratosphere anyway. The stratosphere is only about 10 kilometers high on Earth, so we're sort of in that ballpark anyway. So you want to head north about 135 heading. So let's try and do that. I just don't know how to do that. How do I get? Just trying to do that. It's a lot of. I went the wrong way. That would do it. That would do it indeed. Yeah, we want to go the opposite of where I want to go. Just vaguely the right direction. It's absolutely perfectly the right direction. We just have to get. Oh, it's below. It's only below 18,000. Okay. I thought it was above 18,000. Oh, that's even better. We're definitely going to do well. We're definitely going to do it here. Nope, that's not helpful. Any of these? Nope. Temperature 1. Nope. Close landing bay doors. Prepare for landing. Successful landing. Everything's looking great. So yeah, we're landing nice and comfortable. Parachutes going. We've done another mission, observational missions. Fortunately, we aren't getting too much extra science because we're sort of flying over the same periods at this moment in time. We're all sort of flying over at the same sort of altitudes, and sort of the same sort of regions in space. So the grasslands outside Kerbin. The crew report would be the most important, like the interesting bit. Let's zoom. Yep. There we go, we can keep that. Do a little walkies. Kerbals are always very difficult to... Very finicky, this bit. Nope, bang my head on it. Come on, Jebediah. Yes, you can do it. No, you had it. Why weren't you climbing? Let's just recover the rest and be done with it. It's difficult to do it on gravity. There we go. We've sort of rescued things. Let's look at some more missions to do. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. So a combination of ones, we might be able to do both at once. We'll see what they are in our vehicle assembly building. So it's to have a solid fuel, hammer solid fuel booster. Is that what we have? Yep. We need to have a bit more. We need to have a bit more fuel, I think. And 12 the 2 coupler. Yep. What was that? Landed at Kerbin. So. So do that when we're landed. And what's the other one? Have it. This might be difficult. This one might be. Has to have to be at 220 to 380 meters per second at that altitude high up. So we'll see if that works out. Do we have any sort of Is there a slowing down? Is there something I can do to slow down things? Some drogue shoot. Let's give some drogue shoot a try. Drogue shoots can be done at higher altitude, so they can slow me down a little bit. So we'll give those a try now. We're adding some new things to our tech. Absolutely wonderful stuff. So what do we need to do again? I could just have done that. Okay. We're going to go due north. We go the other way and go due north. There we go, there we go. So we got the speed. The angles are not great. It's a bit too fine. We've gone a bit too fast, but we'll lose speed as our thing runs out. So hopefully we can make it up to 26,000 meters. Currently at 7,000 meters, and my fuel is just about to run out right now. So do we have enough residual speed to make it? Time will tell. So we're losing surface speed, but we're still gaining altitude. But not quick enough. Nah, it's not going to be quick enough. Let's go back to the launch and do that again, but at a less painful angle. We'll launch up first for a bit. Try that again, because I'm not going in the right direction to land on land. I'm going in the right direction to land in water. That's what I want to land on land. I keep messing up the buttons, guys. Absolutely messing the buttons completely. I'm going there. It's counterintuitive. I want to go that way a bit. There we go. Try and keep a bit straighter. It's not much different, to be honest, guys. I think I need a bit more thrust to limit. What did I get to 7,000 when I run out of fuel? Oh no, Jules, no, you're going. Who will do all my modding? Who will do all my commands? But yeah, have a good evening. Actually, we're actually doing a bit better with our thing. We're up to 8,000 this time. And that extra 1,000 meters under fuel is usually gives actually quite a lot of oomph, but not an oomph. We are falling. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you sleep. That does sound appealing. Add a bit more thruster speed. Add all our fuel. I don't want to add too much, because the problem with too much will be I will inevitably go into orbit again. I want to go that way. Yeah, and by that way I mean the other way. So I want to go more Bigger thruster limit, the harder it is for me to turn this boat. By boat, I mean ship. This time I'm now at, I guess I'm now at 10,000, more than that, 12. Yeah, it's definitely got more, it's definitely more stuff. We'll see if it's too much or not. It's definitely going to be enough to get there. Whether it's going to be too much to be at the right speed though, because I have to be at the speed between 220 and 280. So I'm at the height now. But my speed's way too high. I'm now just out the height. So what we'll do is take that off. That should lower some of our speed. And, oh, I don't have the booster anymore. Oh, I've blown that one, guys. I just want to see if I have enough. If I would have enough speed. And I'll just redo it again with under similar controls. But I think I did too much there. Okay, now we're going back down again. Not able to get back down again. Our speed's just going to increase. So I think maybe I have to go up more vertically. That might be what we have to do. I think we maybe entered too horizontally, so our surface speed was way too high. But going up vertically is not great, because you end up really sort of dying. It's really hard to land a vertically flying boat. I'm tempted just to keep if I attempted just to keep it in survival and just do it again, because we've done some milestones. Milestones are always good if we survive them. Got a heat shield, so that should be fine. It should reduce our speed a lot as we cut through the atmosphere. We're going up into mountains, that's going to be good. We got some data. Where's my thermometer? There we go. Done our drogue parachute, so our speed's dropped nicely. Going for the Highlands, that's excellent. Loads of good signs. We're just going to review the I might actually transmit that. Oh no, but I've got a Thingobob. Got a Communitron. Can it not deploy? Why can't it deploy? It's the parachute. Oh, maybe it's the parachute's in the way. That could be it. I don't think that'd be a problem, but apparently it is a problem. The things you learn. We're going to shoot our main parachute off. That'll happen at some point. But then we can test a decoupler. There we go. All our drogue parachutes have launched. They don't slow us down. They only slow down to 27 meters per second, which is quite fast. And our engine's just blowing up. So soon our actual parachute will do it, 'cause it's 1,000 meters above land level. Yeah. But now that we're over the Highlands, we've got a lot of nice data out. But unfortunately, I don't think we made the thing. I don't think we made the challenge, unfortunately. I mean, obviously we didn't make the challenge because we lost the booster. But I don't think we were going to make the challenge anyway. We're going too much of an angle, which is good if you want to survive a flight, but it's bad if you want to have a low speed at that altitude. So we'll try it again at a more vertical height, and I'll just sort of cross my fingers and hope that works. And then we'll maybe think about tinkering with some of the fuel booster settings. But there we go. I didn't even test out the decoupler in the end. Ugh. My brain is so scatterbrained at the moment. I was like thinking about doing it again. I forgot to actually bank the stuff I had. So we'll do it again. We'll do it again before we change our settings. What was the best way? We'll head mostly up, but we'll head a little bit west. Went 100 kilometers about, which is nice. So now that we're going mostly up, and I say mostly quite loosely, that means our surface speed should be fairly low, because we're not moving relative to the surface of the planet. But we've already hit our limit, which isn't good. But we'll keep going and see if we're actually able to survive the landing from this. That's the main problem. No, we won't. We'll revert to the vehicle assembly. I know it's not looking good. We're at 700, we're like almost 3 times as fast. Almost 3 times as fast as what we should be. So that is not good. That's 100% not ungood. I feel some sort of lean. That's the main problem I have with KSP. I end up leaning a lot when I launch. And twisting. I think it's just because of like the thermometer creates the communicates a lot of drag, things like that. But you end up sort of get lots of leans going on, lots of drifts, and never able to get a good launch. This is a 100-kilometer one that before. So I cut 2 stages of the fuel. I think so. That's 75 less fuel, whatever. I can't remember what the units of fuel were, but 75 less fuel. Yeah, it doesn't say what the units are. Just less fuel. On the ablator as well. I'm not sure what the ablator does. I think that's just I think it just says the heat sucks up. So we reached the limit, and we are at. Will it be there? Oh no! We're just outside. No, look how close these were. That's how close they were. We have to see if we make it on the way down. We'll turn SAS on and we'll go too far. We'll go retrograde and see if that changes things. Technically, I'm pushing back against the atmosphere, so anything that helps increase our friction is good. There isn't that much atmosphere here, but anything's better than something. So I think on the way down we'll succeed in the mission. So stop moving. So our minimum speed was 164 meters per second. Macy's taking a long while with his dinner. I thought it'd be like quick nab a bite to eat, but no, he's He's been off for a while. Speed's 290, 300, 320, 330, 340, 350. No! We didn't do it either. No, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to revert back to the vehicle assembly. And how do we cut? Guess we can do that. Ever so slightly change our thrust limiter. Don't really want to, because that's a lot of. We'll change it a bit more drastically. The thing changing the thrust limit will mean that we technically be burning for longer. There we go. It's a bit of a leftward kick to begin with, and I think that should be enough. So burning fuel for longer, which means that yeah, that we might end up going faster, but because we're burning it less powerfully, we might not be going. Is there sort of a? I don't think it changes too much. We'll end up be going slower, but technically further. So hopefully that's enough to do what we need to do. So we've hit our solid fuel burn at 10,000 meters, just about above 10,500 meters. 10,500 meters, yeah. So we can lose our surface speed. It's still twice what we need to be. So we really do need to hemorrhage speed quite effectively. We pretty much hit almost hit 2,600. I think we'll do it, you know, guys. I think we will do it. And actually, we're just in the limit with 28,000 meters. We're pretty much close to being there. Depends what our minimum surface speed is. $32,000. Yes, we did it just. We did it just, guys. Oof, that was arduous. Nope. Still in the atmosphere, upper atmosphere, so it hasn't done anything. Yeah, done the pressure. What about the temperature? Yeah, and then done all those. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take that out all the way. Bye. And we'll face retrograde. Target our stability assist on, and we'll watch the stars. Look at we can actually see the galaxy quite nicely. There's our sun. Where's our moon? Can we see the moon from here? There's our moon. That could be something we might head on if we keep doing it. If we keep keeping these streams up, we might end up on the moon. There's our explorer debris. So we're not going at quite a steep angle. That's what I'm most worried about. So I might. Yeah. We sort of haven't gone for the best. Still going very fast, but now we're losing speed, so we're hitting the friction of the atmosphere. Okay, it's actually not too bad. We're actually doing quite well. Taking the drones out, even just having them undeployed really does kill our speed. So I think we've done a successful form. We're going to splash down though, so I don't know if it'll count with the testing landed in Kerbin. We'll see if it does. If otherwise, we'll just go on the launch pad and we'll I don't know, test it around engine. Okay, yeah, I'm going to whiz through it because I overestimated. Only one of the drones has gone. Oh, because I have two drones, that's why. forgot they do it both at different times. I didn't change both of them. I only changed one of them. So let's keep that one wiggling down. See how much quicker they how not great they are. So even with the two drogue parachutes, we're still a heavy enough thing that it doesn't make too much difference what we do. Oh, it might be useful if we actually deployed our final parachute. That would be a great idea. Like, why am I slowing down? Yeah, it's not landed. But I can do that experiment. Where's the thermometer? There we go. Did I do the goo underwater? I did not. Let's recover that. Did I do a crew report? I've done a crew report in the water though. Let's just double check. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Recover vessel. But we did one of them. We did one of the missions. We did the hard one. We did the one that we could do it in our. We couldn't do the one we could do in our sleep. Yeah. So yeah, lots of science. Lots of. Do I need to recover? Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Cover. Yeah. Like I gained so much science, but yeah, the little partition has partitioned it. Got 101 science and 300,000 monies, which is all nice and healthy. Let's look at our mission control. So we do this one. We can do it both at the launch site. Just make sure it has no fuel. But how do I upload? How do I update? I want to make my. How do I make my things bigger? I just can't remember how to do that. Absolutely can't remember how to update. How to. What's how I like upgrade all my buildings? I just can't remember how to do it. What was our things? Testing the coupler at landed and testing our solid thumper. There we go. This is the big one, guys. Oh, I didn't check my staging. We'll check the staging when we get here. That's all I've done. Did the solid fuel buses and the decoupler. Easy money there. Can't seem to recover my thing. We're slowly falling off though. Slowly falling. There we go. I can't actually control. We did crash though. Unfortunately, we did crash. But we can now recover our vessels. We lost the parachutes, and we couldn't do any of the things. But we gained some extra science from a crew report because we're at Kerbin, so. No XP gain from that. I'm shocked, guys. I'm shocked we didn't get any XP from that. Okay, let's look at our. Look at those two. I just want to be able to upgrade our buildings. I don't know if you need any reputation to do it, perhaps. Do I need to do it in these? Does this unlock some of the things? I could think about buying some of this stuff. A lot of it you sort of get for free though. because you get asked to test it. So I'm sort of waiting till I actually need to do things before I need to do things. If you get my drift. Go back to our Rocket Explorer thing. What do we need to do? Test a Mark 16 parachute. That is... Yep, and test our heat shield. 1.25. Yep. Oh, we landed at Carbon. So we're going to cut this down a bit because we're very small. So we do a low thrust limit. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes indeed, guys. How is chat doing today? How is everyone's evenings going? Everyone's afternoons? Everyone's nights? Who knows? How do I test a heat shield? That's how I test a heat shield. Press run test. That makes my life easier. So I need to fly with those things. 4,000 and 11,000 with a speed between 80 and 210. Maybe I didn't do this enough. I feel like I did. I have to test my Mark 16 parachute. So actually, so I need to put that there. So I'm at the right height, but the wrong speed. So I'll make sure our speed's a bit lower, and then we'll give it a test. I guess we could jettison this first. Whoops. What's done this? Okay, I think I needed the drogue chutes to make sure they went first. That was going a bit too fast. My surface speed bridge is a bit too fast. I was going a bit too much at an angle. But I did my contract, so that's extra money. Look at all that money. Extra money. Oh, look at all that reputation. Maybe I didn't need reputation, but I don't know where I could see my reputations. I feel like the UI was better once upon a time. I could actually know where things were. No, but denouncing the UI, guys. So, where are we going at? Let's see what's... I have a million Discord messages. Okay, not great. Simon Macy says the file's too big to download. The file's too big to upload in Discord, so that's not going to be fun. Our base is in Team Netherlands stuff. Just need to check my messages while this is happening. A nice, relaxing, peaceful stream. Nice and peaceful, waiting for my little spaceship to go back down to Earth. Well, it's not quite a spaceship yet. It's still a airship? What's the word for someone who hasn't quite... It's not... Because it hasn't made it... It's a space yet, unfortunately. only made its way to upper atmosphere. But it's not a plane, so it's something or other. We'll go times 4. Times 4, time warp. And we go vrooming. So compartment tests are always quite nice and easy to do. They do make it a bit more fun. Well, they're an easy way to get things, and you get those compartments for free. I'm not getting any more science from any sort of EVAs and things. I've been over the water lots of times, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not going to really gain too much from the stuff. But we did some missions, that's the important part. Let's look at our tracking station. We've got lots of different observational things to do. So what are they? Below 17.5 kilometers, below, above. Those are the ones I do. Okay, these are the ones you could do with a plane technically. But it's quite difficult angles there. So I'm not a massive fan of that. So I can test a little baby heat shield. Or I could escape the atmosphere, and did we go for the big things? We do that, and we escape the atmosphere. So we've got 2 missions, one important one. So first let's. I'm going to do a new one. Space 1. Let's call it Space 1. We have a command pod. Where's the payload? Payload. Service bay. Oh, so we need a heat shield. Everything's good there. Then we get a coupler, decoupler. Then we'll open. Goo. Zoom. Not sure why you're going the wrong way around, guys. There we go. I think the heat shield has been making things go weird. Heat shield, decoupler. And Mark 69, you sort of need that. Radial mount parachute. Make sure we aren't going over the... No, we'll do double. God, some of the angles here are not great. There we go. Took the snap on, or snap off. I don't know which way that goes. Snap gets snapped. So on the solid fuel... Okay, we actually can't test the thumper if we don't have the thing, okay. And we'll do some... I don't have any radar decouplers, no. What do we have, any aerodynamics? No, just fins. So we'll see how this goes. This might not work out too well. So what's the missions? Get to atmosphere and then test those radial mount parachutes. I'll add drogue parachutes. A drogue parachute. So won't want to do that. Want those all to go off together, I think. No, we won't. We'll stick those there. That goes there. We'll do the radial one and do those ones. I mean, all sort of. Yeah. We're going into space, guys, and this won't work. I might have to buy some aerodynamics. Problem is, these space rockets start to look more and more phallic every time. And for a truly phallic spacecraft. So the aim is to get to orbit. Well, we're leaning, guys. Direction I can't stop. Burn for our next line of solid fuel ones. But it's not a bad angle, so I'm happy with the angle, it's just not the greatest. We'll see if that works. I don't think it's going to work, to be honest. But we did that, so we'll just stop there and do. We did that test. Oh no, we're going to get hit by our own things. Oof! That was a near miss and a half. Yeah, that wasn't working. I think I need more components to go into to leave orbit. Successful. Obviously, I've done it before. But I think I just need to do it. Yeah, I think I need that big thumper rocket. Actually, no, I think I need that swivel liquid fuel engine. Oh, my voice has gone a bit rough there. One sec. Okay, that might be better. Had a quick little cough. Everything's going to be fine. Really, 4 meters per second. We're really not moving now. Emu, I know Emu might be watching this, but Emu, get some more people into this stream. And MT, if you're still here. You can do it, guys. I believe in you. Macy should be around. Macy's online. And we're here. We're home. We're home, guys. We've made it. We've landed. We did a contract. Now let's think more about how we're going to get into orbit. Not how we're going to into space, sorry. There's a different thing to get into orbit. So we might actually have to do some science research development. We might actually have to get some of this stuff. I don't think, where's the... Oh yeah, sorry, it is the aerodynamic nose cone, yep. So we've done those things. I'm not going to go too far in advancing the science because you end up starting not having enough science to do things and it looks a bit weird. So we did the solid fuel booster. And we might just leave it at that, to be honest. That might be all we need. A big long rocket. What else have we not? We like bigger fuel tanks for our liquid fuel engines. We like radar decouplers, which are quite cool. Yeah, the nose cone. Nothing else in the form of sights and stuff. How else to get the atmosphere going? We'll give this a launch. Give this a launch indeed. And watch me fail. I sort of lean the top down view just so I can see which direction I'm going. Okay, it's very distant. It's not easy to move. We're not going at a very steep angle here. But we might leave the atmosphere. Our previous solid fuel thing was like it would cut out about now. So this extra stuff is a lot of, but it's If you hadn't said it already, because I didn't really want to have to give him. It was a lot of fuel. There's a lot of fuel, guys. So we're hoping to escape the atmosphere, but the idea is hopefully that we survive this escape to the atmosphere. That's going to be our main problem. We haven't done it at a very steep angle, unfortunately. I think I need the heat shield, guys. I'm just looking for the bloody thermometer. There it is. I didn't want. I'm looking for the bloody barometer. There it is. I'm looking for the crew report. There it is. We got lots of science. We got all that sort of jazz. Oops, on the wrong side of the planet. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, it looks like we're going to land in water, which is always good. Bad news is we're going to go very bloody high. Hello, our base. My auto mechanics are going wonderfully-ish, but it might not go too well. How was your set? How was your Netherlands set? How did that go? If you're able to disclose it. But yeah, we've done some milestones. We've done our few little baby things. We're trying to get out of the atmosphere, but I think we've gone way too high. We've gone way too high, way too steep angle. So I think we might die here. Oh, just some practice games. Oh, okay. Sorry, just practice games. Yeah, we've gone way too steep an angle. So yeah, it's not going to go well for Jebediah, but if it doesn't go too well for Jebediah, we'll try and revert it. Still climbing. Okay, now we're going back down again. Let's find retrograde again. Macy should be around. He's only getting food. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's eating. He's like eating a whole roast or something. So we escaped the atmosphere. We've done our goal. So even if Jebediah dies, might be fine. Just to go from there and go with the next guy. The money we've gained, we could probably afford a new astronaut. But I don't want to lose Jebediah because he's having such a good time. Absolutely the time of his life here in space. Unfortunately, we're now getting 700 meters per second. And we're only going to get faster. So I don't think this is going to go too well. I mean, we're not going massively fast. It could be going faster. I mean, we'll be going faster. We just want to see how much atmosphere we have to pass through. It's still outside the atmosphere. We're doing land because that might be more prudent. But it looks like we're above water. Yeah, most entries. Yeah, but most entries aren't at this steep an angle. They have a lot of atmosphere to cut through. That's the problem. We are going at 1,000 meters per second, so rather than 10,000 meters per second. But yeah, the problem is that we're going directly straight down, and we're already in some appreciable atmosphere, and we're not slowing down. When we hit the atmosphere, when we hit this blue atmosphere, and we're still not slowing down, it's not a good sign of our survival. We're still going. We're probably not going to go to here until we start slowing down. Okay, now we've hit the atmosphere, like the appreciable atmosphere. At least we're not burning up, but only now we're just starting to lose speed. 17,000, 16,000, 15,000. We might do it. Might survive 13,000, 12, 11,000, 10,000, 9,000. Do a drogue shoot. Okay, we're gonna survive, guys. We're surviving. We're surviving, guys. This is enough. One drogue shoot. But no, we got some more parachutes that we can deploy later. But yeah, we've lost enough speed. So we've done it. Actually survived the atmosphere. I wasn't expecting to, because we've accidentally made the atmosphere before, and it did not go well, guys. It did not go well. Yeah, it did not. It did not go well. So I'm just checking. We had to revert the flight. I mean, because I hadn't prepared like a lot of the countermeasures. These parachutes. I wouldn't have any drogue shoots and things like that. And I think we actually ended up. Where did we end up? We ended up quite far in the end. So like that's not terrible. I mean, I think we died over here in one of the practice on the accidental goes. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think this doesn't have much links to aerospace engineering, so you're probably not too worried too much. I guess in your aerospace engineering, you didn't have to actually make spaceships. But I'm sure it was good practice. You should definitely have a go at this game. No, this literally just to escape. It was literally just to escape. It wasn't even to make an orbit. It was. You can just see the flight here. I just literally went up there and back down again. It wasn't a big flight, but it's the biggest one we've done so far. The first one that left the atmosphere successfully. But a lot of time we've just been testing components because it's a good way to get lots of money in science. That's a lot of things we've been doing to begin with. Exploring some of the atmosphere around us. Hello, Maester. You're forever. You've missed so much. We succeeded in lots of things. I haven't had to revert too many flights. So we did lots of testing of components. I've done some of the observation explorations, getting the angles right, and taking crew reports there. I haven't actually reverted. I haven't actually tried to kill Jebediah a lot. He's actually been successful all the time. And we've just made our first out of atmosphere launch. We've actually we went like 150 kilometers up into space and come back alive. So like, I also found the recover vessel button. You missed that as well. You missed the bit. I just scrolled up, and that's where I can recover up the vessel. I knew there was a button somewhere. I just couldn't find it, but there it is. But what I'm looking for is how to actually upgrade my buildings, because I haven't found a way to do that yet. I think it just might be automatic. Look at all that science. We did it in space. Crew report in space. It's mystery crew in space. All those things we did in space. Suborbital flight. That's what I think. That's what the name of it's called. Suborbital. It's hard to say. Suborbital. But no, I didn't get any XP. What? How do I get XP? He went into space. How did he not get XP for that? But yeah, I don't know how to. I want to get more contracts, but I think I need more reputation. But I don't know how to find the more reputation I have. I'm not sure what building that would be in because I've looked at all these buildings. Not the administrative building. Yeah, I don't know the Delta V. I can't remember how to find Delta V, unfortunately. Do I have a Delta V here? No. Oh, there's my Delta V, I think. 1816. This is an Earth-like planet, so if you know the Delta V for escaping Earth, then I think the gravity is the same. So, mission control. So I have an orbit Kerbin thing. I just want to get more contracts. I'm gonna have to hunt. It won't be in the flagpole, I don't think. I don't think it's an R&D. That's a... So I'm not sure. Just not sure where it would be. Absolutely sort of. It must be in this sort of thing. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, so I'm not sure what that's escape velocity, but I sort of escaped. Yeah, escaping completely. So I'm guessing that completely leaving orbit. Yeah, just not like entering orbit. Too, because I'm just short of a geostationary orbit then for this technically for Earth for an Earth-like planet. I was 1.8 kilometers a second. I just have to do some googling. Like, how do I do that stuff now? Because I swear you used to be able to do it like a special building. You could upgrade all your things. Let's have a look. Right click on them. Okay. Ah, right click. Okay, it's not very. It's not very. It wasn't very clear. Right click. Okay. Not sure what to right click, but. Let's do some. Not sure what one to do. Do some advanced rocketry. Let's upgrade that. There we go. Upgraded our thing. We do lots of contracts now. So we test this heat shield, this little baby heat shield. I don't really like a lot of these because I don't actually it's difficult. That's the problem. That might be possible. Look at the ones that are above there. We'll do that one. Basic jet hand and go arm. We'll just do that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Yeah, let's chug those out. Let's go to the vehicle assembly. Okay, you had to make little baby rockets. Did they work? Could you test them? Did you simulate them on like a simulator? So what do we have to do? Take pressure readings at there. Take a crew report there. Test the baby heat shield. Where's the baby heat shield? Thermal. Vroom. Vroom. Okay, a baby shield. Test a Juno basic jet engine. Where's the Juno basic jet engine? That. That's a jet engine. That's airplanes now. That's. Yeah, I imagine it was designed. Yeah, but did you like put your designs in a simulator? So test a radio mount drogue chute. I have a radio mount drogue chute. Let me just cut that away. Test this. Jesus Christ, that's not doing that one. Test radio decoupler. Okay, what I can do, I can test the heat shield immediately, and I'll test the. Trying to get that while testing that. So there we have it. The thing is, when I start doing jets, I don't stop doing jets. I just keep doing it forever. So I need to really be careful if I do. I might do a different stream for doing jets. Might just make this like our introductory space stream, and we'll do like. Oh yes, test the heat shield. Where's the heat shield? There we go, we tested the heat shield. Knew I could find it somewhere. Okay, then I need to sort of head south, which is easier said than done with this monstrosity. Especially when I'm heading the wrong way. And we'll just resume flight. Yeah, I will do a jet thing, but yeah, but as I said, like, I'm okay. I'm actually not bad at making jets. So I just keep making jets. I'm not really heading in the right direction, unfortunately. I need probably need to use my Rocket Explorer ship rather than my spaceship. What else can I do? Test my radio-mounted drogue chute. Yeah. Yeah, it's not high enough. Yeah, I need to do my other one. We tested a small heat shield. You can test on the launch site. That's all we did. The small heat shield component. Separating thing because I was worried because if heavy things land, they might explode. That's why I just said. Yeah, just very well by playing the game. When you have heavy rockets, when you try and land heavy rockets, it never usually works out too well, unfortunately. Things bounce at weird angles. Things start exploding. It just never ends up good for the crew, unfortunately. So I wanted to test this drogue chute, but I didn't get high enough. I want to do that, but I didn't get high enough. But We'll do that. We'll do our little explorer ship, which actually does go at those heights. And it's a bit cheaper as well. There we go. So, I'm going to do one of those ones. How's it? Okay, we might need a bit more thrust and a bit more solid fuel. There we go. Save, launch. Macy doesn't know too much about this, but yeah, he's interested. Well, feel free to make suggestions of what we should do or how we should do it as well, Macy. Now, which direction do you need to go? I want to go in. These was this side of the planet, but it is nighttime. I can see why it's not having too much. I want to go quite far south, so south means the other way. This is the hardest problem. I've been doing this quite a lot, trying to work out which way do I pitch and which way do I pitch. There we go, pitch that direction. Are we on a vaguely correct trajectory? Georbits are very late. Georbit actually comes after going to the moon in the progression of the thing. I might actually just like undecouple. I have an extra couple here because I was testing a decouple and I forgot to get it. It's just hard to keep things in geostationary orbit because obviously this is about making rockets, so it's usually not geostationary. It's usually whatever the opposite geostationary orbit is, because you want your crew coming back to the planet. So an orbit is the next thing to do, but it won't be geostationary. So technically, you'll make a geostationary satellite to sit in the orbit. I didn't get high enough, unfortunately. Okay, I'm actually bringing back down like this thing. I'm going way too fast. Jebediah, no! Jebediah, no! Jebediah, no! Foof! Foof! That was close, that one was. It's just hard. It's just harder to get into it. It's just hard to get geostationary because you have to match your geostationary. You have to match your speed with the orbital rotation of the planet, which makes it a bit more difficult than just any old orbit, any old direction, in any old fashion. That's just why geostationary orbit is difficult, because you literally had to be geostationary. But any orbit is not too difficult. Just make sure you have a good enough angle and then adjust it out later. But yeah, I'm a ways away there. We could try and go into orbit. I'm just not very good at making a boat that does that. And by boat I mean ship. But we can have a go now. We can see what we can come up with together. I can make a rocket and you can say if it's going to work or not. What it is, we'll warp the sunrise because it's easy to do things there. So I think there we didn't quite work. We didn't. We failed our mission. We didn't get high enough, and it's difficult to get. It's difficult to direct the thing. That's the main problem. It's just difficult to like point to an angle when you're this small and this sort of maneuverable, but not also maneuverable. I'm gonna. I can't wait to get rid of that. Okay. That's sort of correct, but I want to sort of, yeah, shoot up. There we go. Save. What we need to do. So this one we need to do. Terrestrial radar drone at these speeds at this altitude, which is difficult to get those speeds and those altitudes. And then, yeah, one of those things. We'll keep having a go at this. And we'll see. We'll do one more go at this, and then we'll think about going into orbit, and we'll see if we're able to do that. So what I need to do is I need to keep going up to begin with. I'm already like, the thing is, I'm already like wiggling a little bit, and then just point down there. I want to go this direction. And probably if I don't do it early, it's just not going to happen. It's can't. I think I need more. I think I need variable fins, to be honest. I'm actually in danger of actually going into. Yeah, so it's not work this. Revert to launch. Basically the idea, I want to get to one of these locations to do a science reading. And ideally on the way back, or on the way back, I want to test one of my parachutes. Test my drogue chute in this thing. So it's one of these things. So I need to head south, and it's not easy to do that. It's harder when I accidentally go north. There we go. That's more south. Yeah, it's just very difficult to pitch. I think I need to add the flexible fins, the ones that actually control my direction rather than fixed fins. Because I forgot since this Rocket Explorer, I did actually buy the ability to do that. I think. But we're vaguely heading in a direct. I mean, it might not be close enough. That's the thing. I need to get the pitch perfect. Not just pitch. I also need to roll it or yaw it or whatever. I need to yaw it as well in the right direction. It's all well and good trying to have the right pitch to get in vaguely the correct place, and it might be close enough. These areas aren't like fixed points. They're sort of chunky zones. So we'll see if we're able to do it. And that would be to do a pressure reading. Do I have anything to do? Let's open my goo. Nope. I could roll it, but I'm not sure that would do anything. It'll just make Gemini go very dizzy. I don't lose where my barometer is. Where's my barometer? Here's my barometer. So I'm not miles away from where we need to be. We'll just see. But we can also test the drogue chute on the way back. I feel like roll should do something. I just can't remember what it does in the game. Like, why would you use it at any point? Taking off that, it just slows me down when I need it to slow me down. Um, so yeah, we didn't go in the right direction much. We just missed it. Technically, it's not symmetrical config. Actually, it might be symmetrical. I think it is symmetrical. I got the other one isn't symmetrical. It only has one drogue chute because the other drogue chute would go over the crew pit thing. So where's it? Here is it? I'm actually not going fast enough. Oh no, I'm going too slow. Oh no. Since I haven't done anything, okay, we've given up. We're now going to go to orbit. Actually, no, just do a new one. Orbit 1. So, what do you think, Arbase? And Maesty, if you want to contribute. We should definitely add a payload. Add a surface bay. Open. What side of Delta V do you think we'll be looking for? Do a little barometer. Goo. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Looking for the bloody control. Okay, there's the controls. How do you rotate an item? That's not correct. Get rid of that. Why isn't it doing things? Stop, what's it doing? Why aren't you doing things? I want to replace you, I want to offset you, rotate you and reroute. Why is it not? God. Okay, now I can do it. Now I've placed it, I can rotate it. I don't know why it's not doing it. We were doing it perfect last time. Absolutely weird. Why is everything's upside down? Absolutely what earth's happening with this? Absolutely what earth's happening? Okay, what's next? Why wasn't Earth this? What's a star shot? This is something that's new. It's a firework canister. Why is that a firework canister? Anyway. Decoupler. There we go. That's our main body of thing. We want some radar mounted drogue chutes. Just to help us slow down when we inevitably die. Oh no, we're missing one more thing. We're missing the heat shield. The big heat shield. There we go. That's what's going to come back down to Earth. Now we need a fuel tank. A fuel tank. and an engine. So we're already at 1800 delta V. So we now need to think about some radio decouplers, four-way symmetry, and then okay, not yet. We need a bit more. We need another fuel tank. And then we can add our big that's 2000 delta V. I don't think I get too. Yeah, I don't know how to find exhaust velocity. But apparently, I can't launch it yet. Oh, yeah, actually, we can check it here, can't we? Exhaust velocity. Can we check the exhaust velocity? Yeah, these are like exhaust velocity. Which one? Actually, which one is this? We'll do this bigger one. I think that has a bit more oomph to it. Okay, we'll save that. We'll leave because I think we have to upgrade our launch pad first. But it's too heavy for us to launch. There we go. We now have a better launch pad. Okay, now. So that's quite low. So we could give this a go and see what happens. Oh yes, I know what we need to do. We could add some wings. And then we can also add some wings to our center rocket. And there we have a thing. Shall we get as a test and see what it goes? And I imagine it won't go to orbit, but we can see what we need to do. You need me to do a multi-stage rocket. Like very multi-stage. So we've got the radio decouplers out there, and then that's going to do there, that's going to go there. So let's... Oh... we'll have to upgrade our vehicle assembly building as well, but we need to do it anyway. And we can afford to. There we go. That's why a lot of things was saving a lot of money just by doing that nice easy missions like testing components and things. Also, I want to keep Jebediah alive, so I have to keep buying things because it's going to get very expensive when things keep going wrong. There is a Delta V thing. I just don't know. I'm not sure what it means. Now we keep going vertically up until about, I don't know, 1,000 meters, and then we start pitching at 90 degrees. 90 degrees is nope, it's not working. Well, it's not. I can't turn right. I'm just going straight up. I cannot control the direction that I'm heading in. So if you know what I need to do to make sure I can actually turn my boat, please let me know. So I'm heading straight up and not at my 45 degrees going due east, because due east is just a rotation of the... I thought I radio decoupled them, so I'm not sure why they're still attached. That's not a good sign. I mean, I know what delta V means. So what's it doing? That should... Nope, wrong way around. What's happening? Why is it not... There we go. That should decouple these. Yeah, delta V does just mean change in velocity. But it's a difference in velocity you need to escape the gravitational pull. So this should be a decoupler. It should be able to decouple. So I'm not sure why. It weren't decoupling. But we'll try it again. Well, I think I might end up being a longer rocket, just so I'm able to turn it. So yeah, if you know how I can actually, we'll go again. If you know how I can actually turn my boat, I can start trying turning it now, and it might be slightly easier to get there when I get there. So you want to be pointed at 45 degrees. You want to be yawing at 45 degrees at a 90-degree angle, because that's just the orbit of the planet. From what I know from my experience, but I just can't remember how you get there easily. Because I'm pressing D as hard as I can, I'm yawing as hard as I can, and it's just not working. Okay, they're done. I've decoupled you. Why aren't you decoupling? Okay, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, the radio decouplers aren't working for some reason. It helps if I actually if I turn my throttle up. So we're sort of in orbit. We're in the atmosphere, just trying to get a nice orbit. Let's see what it looks like currently. It's not great, so I want to just keep pumping the gas. We'll see this bar goes out. So it's not very clean orbit. We're gonna end up being quite far. It might not have enough fuel to do this. The inertia. I've got too much inertia. I just want to be able to how to make the less inertia but more oomph. So we don't have much fuel left. And it's not the best orbit in the world, but we'll wait till we get up to the peak of our orbit, and we'll just do a last gasp hope. Get here and get ready. Well, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't the fins work? Okay, now we just go. I think there's a way of. I think if we tried it again, we might have better luck. I think it's not bad. I think we're just way too high up. Yeah, that's the limits of my things. Okay, we're going back to the launch. I mean, we could try and get rid of the fins. I guess it won't. Which fins do you want to? I guess to get rid of these outer fins. I want sort of fins on the main thing. So we'll try that. Possibly we could do this. And we add another fuel tank. I'm just worried, why aren't my radio decouplers working? That's just what. Yes, well, yeah, like, why weren't my radio decouplers like working? Like that, they should work. So I'm yawing as hard as I can. It's not doing too much. I think pitching was fine when I got rid of when the centrifuging was working. But yeah, I just want to be able to. Maybe I should carry less fuel in them perhaps, and maybe I should like think about cutting them earlier. There we go, it. Unfortunately, it. Unfortunately, it. The decoupling destroyed my actual engine, which isn't great. So we'll try this again. I guess we have to do it purely. I guess we have to use these before we start, and not actually turn, because the momentum that they're carrying is I'm not able to eject them with enough force to make clear. So I'm gonna have to get going straight up, which means I'm going straight up quite a lot of distance at this point before I can actually start pitching. Start doing it now. Otherwise, I might just have I might just add less fuel, because I don't really want to use, or maybe just like 3 solid fuel boosters. We'll see how they go now. It worked, guys. It survived. Something exploded, but I think my actual rocket did not explode. But unfortunately, I'm going way too high up. So I think I may be. Oh no, I haven't got any throttle going. That would explain. I keep forgetting I haven't got any throttle. Okay, what I'm going to do is, there's definitely a button that kills the throttle immediately, I just can't remember what it is. Let's look at our map. We get to the peak of our bounce, and we'll go. I mean, it's not a game you can win, unfortunately. You just do more and more things. And I haven't really got many things. I've just got about my first save, which was so many years ago. I managed to get to doing. I explored the moon. I explored the little baby moon, which is further away and harder to get to. And then I built some geostationary satellites. And I think I was about to orbit the sun, and then I moved on to other things. I mean, like specifically orbit the sun. I guess send some satellites around the moon as well. I think I tried to land an asteroid and it didn't work, so I sort of got annoyed it didn't work and gave up. Not sure why I'm trying to find the prograde marker. And this is where my roll now comes in, because I wasn't quite centered. It'd be much easier if I had a bit of engine, so let's do a bit of engine. Not here though, God, that's terrible. There we go. Yeah, like artificially orbiting the sun, not naturally orbiting the sun. There we go. We're sort of close to our maximum orbit peak. Only about 150. We'll lower down just so we get to the peak orbit, which is about there. There we go. We'll see if we can orbit. Have to make sure I have enough fuel because I really don't need that much fuel. But what do you think we're orbit, guys? Do you think we're in orbit? Do you think we'll be able to do an orbit? Yeah, there we go. Done an orbit, guys. We did it. Fortunately, I don't have enough of the special. I haven't unlocked some of the more special things that I'm able to actually track my apoapsis and periapsis. And also, we're not going to get stuck because so we still have some fuel, so we can decelerate if need be. Oh, I can do. Let's do some measuring now. Now I'm in orbit around. I can do some. Can do some goo. No, I've already done it. Can do a crew report by orbiting. No, it's the same as space. Yeah, you don't really get much science a lot. That's why you can do a lot on the airplane stuff. I think you can do it. Look, it's the planet. We're zooming past. There's the sun. Where's the moon? Let's look for the moon. I think it's coplanar with the sun. That must be the other side of the planet. So we did an orbit. We've lots of money. Orbit. We've entered orbit. Might make Jebediah level 2. So what we need to do is, I'm just going to go zoom. We're going to do a whole full orbit. Zoom around. We'll decelerate. Quite easily you blow up your own rocket, Emu. Very easily. Way too easily you can blow up your own rocket. So we do a nice whole full orbit. 30-minute orbit, 40-minute orbit. That's the orbital period at this distance away. It's quite a nice square orbit, or quite a nice round orbit as well. So we've done that, and now let's just think about getting home. So we'll send our little ball to retrograde. I'm not killing Jeremiah, unfortunately. You can get your own copy. It's probably quite cheap. This game. It is like 8 years old. It's like 10 years old. This game. So we go to retrograde to decelerators, and we'll end up put in a little bit, and we'll. How's that? Okay, yeah, a bit more. But now we have to wait for the other. We now have to go to the other end. I think it's how it does. I wish I had orbital sort of markers. I can't remember how we get them. I think we need a slightly better command module. That's fine. We'll go back to retrograde. And we'll do it again. Oops, overshot it. Bend, bend, bend. Too far, too far, too far. No. That's pretty much what we'll go back to Earth, and then we'll end the stream there. If we go back to Earth, it's a nice starting point. Nice launching off point. Tee. And maybe next stream, if I think about it, we'll do some. I think that's narrow enough that will start to into the atmosphere again. So we'll keep that whizzing along. Okay, no, we're still in the full orbit. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We want the most skimmed orbit we could possibly do to make our chances of survival the highest. Ever so slightly touching the atmosphere. Okay, I was just getting high. Okay, we didn't have enough as it happened. Do a whole another orbit, zooming around the planet. So we're back to retrograde again because we did not change our apparatus. That looks narrow enough now. Now we should be able to slowly skim, just like a pebble on the water, slowly skim the atmosphere and survive. Hopefully, anyway. There we go. We're now back in the atmosphere. Good night, Arbase. Thanks for hopping on and helping me with this, because I am no expert. A little burn. We're just gonna keep going a little. Oh, we're changing our camera angle. No, I think these are no longer going to end up in orbit. We'll see. I think we have to keep blasting a bit more. There we go. That's much better. Let's see if we can skim along at a nice speed. And I don't know if I need to actually, I've still got some fuel in here, so I sort of want to. Yeah, we're barely losing any altitude. Make sure we face retrograde again. That did not work. It's not going great now. The decoupler failed. All this, I think might end up in a fireball in the night sky, unfortunately. So Emu, you get your luck. Our decoupler absolutely failed. There's the moon. We found the moon, though. And a lot of ocean as well. Still gaining speed as well. We haven't really hit the chunk of the atmosphere which later lose speed, and we're losing so much integrity. I'm rolling now just so I can change some of the heat. Come on, we can do it. We can face retrograde. We're losing speed quite nicely now. Well, we're sort of losing speed because I'm rotating this thing. It's not going well, guys. I think we might survive, but it'd be close. We're now pretty much like a bullet. I'm unable to change how I steer, how I turn. Literally does nothing, no matter what I press. Does nothing. After all this, we might die. Oh no. Well, because our decoupler failed. That works. We jettisoned our heat shield. That could do something. Wasn't doing anything. We should have done that earlier, that might have saved us. Come on, we're losing speed, we're finally no longer supersonic. Come on, we can do this, guys, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Can I? No, 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 no. No, we died, we're dying. No, we had it, guys. We were so close. But at last not. That's going to be it for the stream, unfortunately. We made it, but we didn't make it. Probably should have saved this quick save. That would have been much more sense. Should have quick saved it when it was going okay. Our base left us and we died because of it. I blame our base for this. Blame our base, everyone. Yep. Thanks for coming, everyone. Emu Masty, thanks for being here. Yeah, we almost did it, but we died. Thanks for coming for the stream. I'll look for someone to raid. Wish you all a good night. Anyone else? No one's really online, that I know of, so we're just going to end the stream. So goodbye all.